Alrighty, yo, what is going on? Everybody, your boy Mr. DDG94 back with another reaction video. Today we finna react to SummerSlam 2024, but it's too fucking late. It's definitely too fucking late. This man just uploaded this. I've been waiting on somebody, Wrestling Gift, somebody to upload their SummerSlam video. And man, I was just about to shut it down and go to bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. This man already decided up. Man, this is by Wrestling Premiere. I wish y'all would come a little quicker with these instead of being so fucking late with them. But man, SummerSlam 2024, but it's late. Oh man. Without further ado, man, let's get right into it, man. We go over this past SummerSlam that happened, which was fire, by the way. I will say, fire. And watching Monday Night Raw tonight, fire. Okay, I like where we going. Okay, Triple H and Triple H cooking, man. Triple H is cooking. I gotta give him his props. Triple H was cooking. That last pay-per-view was a big disappointment, but this pay-per-view made up for the last pay-per-view.
SummerSlam 2024. Man, this show has been hyped up a lot by WWE. Some of the build was good, I will say. Opposite side, not so much. In the beginning, I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't really feeling the build because of the fact that it felt like they were doing low effort stuff. The fact that the main event was Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa, which I still almost can't believe they had that as the main event. But it all came together. Show was big. It was all that, so I don't want to waste time. I'm just like, this is literally the introduction. Let's get into it. Okay, Triple H came out at the beginning of the show. He just came out, welcomed everyone to SummerSlam. Jelly Roll performed. Onto the matches. Okay, the first match of the show is for the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan defended the gold against Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's back, and she threw a wrench in the plans of Liv Morgan. She had grown a relationship of sorts with Dominic Mysterio.
I will say, though, the Dominic Mysterio turn was kind of predictable. It was very predictable. That's all I'm gonna say. The Dominic Mysterio turn was very predictable, but the way how they writ her into the Judgment Day now, I like it. I like it. I like the way they writ in the Judgment, how they writ Liv into the Judgment Day. Oh man, I like what they did so far with this. But let's get back into it.
Mysterio, who was quite lenient and quite worried about fully jumping in. Mommy returned, and suddenly he felt his loyalties lie with her. He wasn't trying to play the field or do anything like that because just having one of these two was already a win. This match had a strong focus and story on Rhea's shoulder that was injured. She may have came back too soon as it seemed during the match. Liv almost fell out of her element.
Oh yeah, Rhea did a really good job in this match. Liv was alright, but Rhea was the MVP in this match by far, bro. Rhea with the dislocated shoulder, and she popped it back in. Yo, that was wild, bro. 10 out of 10 storyteller. Triple H is cooking, bro.
And storyline here, but with the shoulder problems, she managed to integrate into the match and do some damage. The match wasn't amazing. It was more reliant on the story of Dom, and that would come into play later on. It did become a decent match, though, and the near fall with Rhea actually got me. They caught me off guard with that one. Dom ended up helping Liv Morgan and turned on Rhea Ripley, costing her the match and the title she never lost. Then to top it all off, it was revealed to be a ruse, and this deviant ended up kissing Liv in front of Rhea and in front of the world. What a moment. I know what happened, but it actually almost felt heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. Dom was with the Judgment Day for 2 years. He had a close relationship with Rhea through that time, and this only made him even slimier and dirtier than he was, and that's already a tough thing to do. This guy's actually living the dream, hopping from Rhea to Liv Morgan. The Gooners on Twitter would have a Cloud9 moment if this were to happen to them. For Dom, it's just another day. The next match was for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn defended the gold against Braun Breaker. The rematch everyone expected.
And the right guy went over. Thank fucking God, bro. Please, let's give the title to Braun Breaker and let him go crazy, dog.
These two had a damn good match at Money in the Bank and provided a very good story about.
But this was a very short match too, I will say. They didn't give this match a lot of time.
How Breaker, as good as he is, didn't have the experience to push this one over the line. Here, it was a bit different. He felt like he was more on point and had something to prove, but I also had a big problem with the way Zayn was brushed off. Yeah, it establishes Breaker as a great talent, but they didn't do that in the first match. If their first match did just that, it would have been cooler. Like, if he just squashed him in the first match like that, won the title, all that, I think that would have been way cooler than having the second match here. Yeah, it makes sense. The storyline, Breaker is already a great talent, and he fixes his mistakes, but I just would have preferred it that way. It is what it is, though. I do think it's bizarre that this is Sami Zayn's first SummerSlam match, which is amazing to me. It's absolutely amazing. amazing and crazy to think that this is Sami Zayn's first SummerSlam match. I just can't believe it. But congrats to Braun Breaker. He's off to have an amazing career, hopefully. I just think with the way the first match went, the second should have followed up and been longer. I guess they were looking for the character, you know, and to establish Braun Breaker as an unstoppable champion, he basically has to beat Sami Zayn in 5 minutes, as they did here. The next match is for the United States Championship. Logan Paul defended the gold against LA Knight. This story has been
great fucking match right here. Great fucking match right here. This gets a 2 thumbs up for me. Great fucking match right here. Fun, exciting. Logan Paul, when he did that fucking moonsault off that springboard moonsault, that shit was crazy, bro. Yo, Logan Paul is definitely that guy in the ring, bro. Yo, I just wish he would perform more often. Understand that he's a celebrity and all that, but dude, if you're gonna be in the WWE, we need to see more of you than just like 3 good months of you. Nah, we need more. I would like to see more Logan Paul, man. He puts on great matches. Say what you want. Say what you want about Logan Paul, but this man can put on a fucking match. This man can put on a fucking show. Gotta give props where props is due. This man can put on a fucking show.
Been going on for a while now, and it was bound to lead to LA Knight winning the title. I didn't have much hopes for this match. I thought it could be decent, but was more focused and interested in the other matches more. It turned out to be one of my favorites. Logan Paul's reputation isn't the best. A lot of people were actually hoping he lost in 10 seconds here because of some comments he's been making recently. It also had to do with the fact that he kind of has free reign to do what he does as a member of the WWE roster. So that's one of the reasons. And plus, in general, regardless of this, Logan Paul actually does talk a lot. He kind of talks too much and gets himself into some weird situations throughout the last year. The crypto thing, he's just not liked. With that said, both men showed up here. LA Knight really impressed me a lot and brought another level here. I really liked him during this match. It's probably his best performance in WWE. He had a lot more to show and had a point to prove. I really respected that a lot. Logan did what he usually did here, but the match was way better than I thought. It was one of my favorites in the entire show. LA Knight won the title here, and it was well deserved. He's worked extra hard the moment he stepped on the main roster, and through it all, it paid off. He's still definitely going to continue the hard work as US champion in hopes of potentially winning the world title. He is not a man that's just going to aim for the US title, as good as it is. I know for a fact that LA Knight has the potential to become a great US champion. He's really improved a lot. In ring, he's much better than before, and his talent allowed for him to maintain a strong connection with the crowd. A lot of people sink after their mini push, but he still stuck through it, got better, and he's one of the best guys on SmackDown now. I know the world title isn't meant for everyone, but I really wish LA Knight gets a chance to hold it at least once in his career. Other than that, there was freaking MGK here. Logan Paul's guys got involved. Other than that, his title reign was horrible. I hated his title reign due to the fact that he was just doing nothing. Oh, PR, public perception, whatever the hell. No, he wasn't even wrestling. And it's not even because he's a bad wrestler. He wasn't showing up often. I saw this title more on impulsive episodes than I saw on SmackDown. This guy had everyone hanging out with him with the title. It didn't matter if it was Speed, Kevin Durant, Trump. All these people hung around the US title more than the actual wrestlers. But yeah, congrats to LA Knight. I'm very glad he won the title here. This was one of my favorite matches in the entire show. They both brought it, of course, but LA Knight's performance, that performance in itself really impressed me a lot. I was proud to see him win the title here and do it in a great way. The next match is the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley defended the title against Nia Jax. The Queen of the Ring winner finally gets her title shot at SummerSlam. Nia's had a different work ethic and different vibe about her ever since the beginning of the year. She's improved a lot, I'd say. It's not just me that says that, it's a lot of you guys that say it as well. Bayley's run has just gone through the motions. I don't even hear anyone talk about her run or her opponents. The problem is that her title reign peaked the moment she won it from Io Sky. Nothing matched or even tried to be on the level of her previous stories, and that hurt it a lot. Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest had big opponents throughout their runs, such as AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, and Gunther. She didn't have that same level. Everyone she faced was not really booking-wise on her level. Here, she played the role of an underdog babyface, which is a scenario she knows.
They need to turn Bianca heel. If they could turn Bianca heel, I think her and Bayley will have a 5-star match. A heel Bianca versus a face Bayley would work
too well. It worked well here because of Nia's size and stature. I wasn't too invested in the match because it didn't have that effort put into it like the other matches. There was the impending possibility of Tiffany Strand catching in, of course, but other than that, it felt like a basic story. She did tease a cash in here, and while Bayley tried her best to knock down the big tree, she was unable to, and with the slight help of Miss Money in the Bank, Nia Jax won the title. Hey, I'm not going to say it isn't deserved after this year that she's had. You know, we could say, oh, this person should be champion and whatnot, but she worked hard this year. You know, she's improved a lot. They just want something different, I guess. Bayley's title reign was not good. We're not going to lie to ourselves and say this or that. It wasn't good. And it's not because of her. Personally, I don't believe it's because of her. It's the fact that they did not put in effort. Like, her title reign did not feel like a big title reign, especially the fact that she beat Io Sky for the title at WrestleMania and a big story and all that. It didn't feel like she topped it. It didn't feel like they were trying to match it or even top that storyline, and that in itself hurt the title reign the moment it began. It just wasn't good. But Nia Jax won the title here. I do wonder how long she's going to hold the title because of the fact that WWE usually has heels hold titles long. We'll see.
Have her hold it till WrestleMania. Have her go on this undefeated streak where nobody can fucking stop her. She needs to be an unstoppable force with that championship. And she needs to hold it till WrestleMania. WrestleMania is, let her hold it till WrestleMania, dog. It'll be a good look for her. Nobody can stop her. And then you put her up against Jade or Bianca. You let Jade or Bianca face her at WrestleMania. One of those two got to face her, dog. It's only right.
Alright, the next match was between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre with Seth Rollins as a special referee. A heated rivalry rooted in realism. Punk's return has been marred with controversy. The whole storyline involving him is the fact that he's not good for the company and his return will only cause problems. And best of all, a bracelet that has a lot of semblance and meaning to CM Punk. It was always known that Seth would cause drama with this match and there was some pressure on CM Punk to deliver here. But with regards to this match, I didn't really feel invested in the action much. As a match, I didn't really like it that much. However, it had a lot of storytelling and a strong foundation that really carries the match. Action-wise, without the story, I don't like this match. I'll be honest with you guys, I actually don't like this match.
Yeah, I agree. This match was very mid, but they did tell a story. They did tell the story, but this match was mid as fuck, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was ready for the next couple of matches, bro. I wasn't even invested into this no more. Like I was waiting to see who was gonna win. That was it. Are they gonna move on to Seth and CM Punk, or is Drew and CM Punk gonna continue? And it seems like it's gonna continue.
That said, CM Punk, an older and broken man who, as good as he is, still has that ego problem to deal with, and it cost him. That's the story here. Seth Rollins did get involved as expected, and a lot of people were upset with his involvement because it kind of takes away a bit from the Drew feud, which is very personal and intense in itself. I actually understand that a lot because they didn't need the special referee rule. You know, like, just think about it. These two already have an intense feud as it is. They both hate each other and whatnot, and you got a separate feud with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. You don't really need to mix them. But since Rollins got involved at Money in the Bank, it makes sense to have him here as the referee. Other than that, they really saved things with a story-driven match here. Punk's injury history added a bit to the match in the sense of you don't know if his body can take this or that. He contributes to the story aspect that it almost evens out in terms of whether this was a good match or not. He'll get into shape and work more comfortably here. He wasn't trying that because it didn't need to be that. Seth Rollins had too much hate for Punk when it came down to it, took his bracelet, and Punk's hatred of Rollins ended up costing him. Drew winning is the right decision, although this seems like it's far from over. As for people saying Punk lost it over a goofy bracelet, we all have something small in life that brings a lot of sentimental value to us, so something that's closely associated to his family wouldn't offend him a lot. Think about this. If you have something of value from your family member or whatnot, you'd feel a bit offended if someone took it, especially someone like Drew McIntyre of all people, right? I'm just glad he didn't get injured in his first match. I'm sure he's going to go all out as time goes on and gets more comfortable and whatnot. And as I said, the storytelling really carries here. And I think that's CM Punk's formula. You know, I think it's been his formula since he returned in 2021. He really uses the storytelling to his favor. He brings out emotions from his character into the match. You know what I mean? So I think that helped him here, and I thought it was good. The next match was the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest defended the gold against Gunther. Priest's title reign has ran into the ring general. This story is the most fleshed out in Priest's title reign. Gunther is basically the man of class, the man that's destined to become champion, while Priest is the entire opposite of what the world champion is in the challenger's mind. It's pretty deep and brought out a little something different in both men. Gunther often shows class, but his arrogance was off the charts in this regard. It came at the worst time for Priest because he overcame the transitional champion allegations. I even thought so, but it really got better as time went on. You know, I thought it was a transitional champion. A hard-hitting affair between these two. Priest looked amazing here and had that world champion feeling about him, which was slowly coming together over the last few weeks.
Way better than the Seth Rollins match. The Seth Rollins match, we get the title off him. This guy's not it. But this match right here, he proved why he's in the main event. He proved himself here. He really redeemed himself in this match right here. This was a really good match between these two.
At least for me. Stiff action between the two, especially the champion himself. Bret Hart definitely wouldn't have been happy about this one. Vicious and violent, the blood started pouring from Gunther's chest, and so did his intensity. Finn Balor came out for bad intentions. He ended up costing his friend the title. The spot was funny because Priest hit the South of Heaven a bit far, so they had to do some moving. I think they kind of messed up on that one, but hey, It is what it is. And Priest didn't notice him at first, but when he did, all that rage and motivation he had towards Gunther was fixated directly towards his friend, who he had doubted for quite some time. And even in the sleeper, he couldn't bring himself to focus completely on the match. And Gunther managed to win the title. Good match. I did think Priest had a better chance of keeping the title here because it was just getting heated and more interesting, but they decided to go straight for the win. All that here. Congrats to Gunther. He is going to have a monstrous title reign, but at the same time, I do wish Priest held it a bit longer because we don't actually know when Gunther is going to lose that title. I know. He just won the title. I get it. But we all know for a fact that this man is going to hold the title through the 4 seasons, most likely. I'm very interested in seeing Gunther's challenger in Germany and Berlin. You know, it's a bit of a home ground for him since he established himself there, and plus the fact that Austria is next to Germany. He made a career out of himself there in WXW. I'm very interested to see his opponent there. It can actually be anyone, you know. I do think
it's Randy Orton, for those of y'all that don't know.
There's a likely chance of it being Seth Rollins due to the fact that he could actually challenge for the title again. But at the same time, they could also use some European flair there with Ilya Dragunov, but it just doesn't seem likely because he's in the mid-card picture. Well, it was actually Randy Orton, and honestly, we should have seen this coming. Yeah, the video's late, obviously, but just wanted to add this in here. Randy Orton is a great opponent for Gunther, especially for a first-time challenger. I do think it's a bit strange because of how Randy Orton might feud with Cody Rhodes later on. However, it's a great first opponent for him. It's going to help set the tone for the title reign because one of the things that I feel WWE understood in this scenario is that Gunther is a big talent for them, right? They're pushing him hard and all that, and if they have him face someone like Ilya Dragunov, it's a nice match, but if you go straight for the head, straight for the top with Randy Orton or even Seth Rollins, as I claimed earlier, it's a big thing, and it helps establish his title reign early on as a very serious and huge one.
Facts.
So I understand why they're doing
Facts.
that, plus they had some unfinished business from King and Queen of the Ring, so there's that. Priest is busy with Finn Balor here, and I do wish the storyline had a title because there was a little more fire with it, but it is what it is. Awesome Truth came out. They were talking about the attendance records and whatnot when Grayson Waller and Austin Theory came out. They're talking heel nonsense when Jelly Roll came in, chokeslammed Austin Theory and hit this amazing chokeslam. It was actually that damn good. Dropped it with the elbow. It was a random moment, but yeah, just wanted to mention. And the main event, Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Solo Sikoa in a Bloodline Rules match. Bloodline Rules gives me bad flashbacks. So throughout the weeks and months, Solo Sikoa has taken on a leadership role in the Bloodline, reestablished the group, took away everyone of old, brought in new guys such as Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, kicked out Paul Heyman, and it all seems to be leading towards a return for Roman Reigns. I do think it's a bit bizarre, not even a bit, I'm not even gonna lie, straight up. It is absolutely bizarre that this man is main eventing a SummerSlam. Just think about it for a moment. Solo Sikoa in the main event of SummerSlam against Cody Rhodes. It feels very out of depth and very reliant on an external source. We all know who we're talking about. He actually showed up after the match to save it. That's the entire reason why it was the main event. Other than that, we got to see Arn Anderson right before the match. They actually got me scared a bit, thinking Cody would actually lose here to Solo Sikoa of all people. But the action itself was very dull. It was more so the action you'd see on SmackDown in the middle of October rather than a SummerSlam main event. And that's why I had a huge problem with this match, is the fact that Solo Sikoa was not fit to main event a SummerSlam main event against Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. For that record main event, SummerSlam in general. But other than that, the action wasn't that. It felt forgettable. And there was also the problem, not just the fact that Solo's main eventing, the problem also is the fact that they didn't go violent from the first minute. I do think they should have used weapons early on. I actually forgot it was a Bloodline Rules match at some points due to the fact...
Yeah, they really should have upticked the violence at the earliest point. They should have went out into the stands. They should have beat the shit out of each other with kendo sticks, trash cans, chairs. Somebody should have got put through a table. Yeah, it should have been madness between these two. Because you're trying to sell Solo Sikoa. So why not have him come out there and beat the dog shit out of Cody, and then bring it back into the ring, and then let everybody come up in there and do what they gotta do. Bring out Randy, bring out Kevin Owens, bring out the Bloodline niggas and Jacob Fatu. Then let Roman come out and be the conclusion of the match.
That they took so long to bring in the weapons, because once they run the weapons and the drama, that was the beginning of the end. We saw run-ins from the new Bloodline, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, all these guys. Solo Sikoa kicked out of some ridiculous ass maneuvers. I actually couldn't believe he kicked out of all those moves. They teased him winning the title at one point, but in the end, it ended up leading to Roman Reigns' return. Roman Reigns finally made his return at SummerSlam after 4 long months away to give SmackDown the boost it needed. He came out and... Listen, I know it sounds like I'm sucking up to him, or the proper word, glazing him, but you just felt that certain star power and aura he had that not many on the roster had. For good or for bad, Roman Reigns is a superstar for WWE, and it clearly showed here the moment he came out because the fans were silent. The fans weren't really interested in the match, and you can go listen to it for yourself. There were some points in the match before Kevin Owens, before Randy Orton came out, it was pretty quiet. When he came out, though, they went insane. They were all into the whole drama. And with one Superman punch to Solo Sikoa, he turned face. That was a great moment. I love that face turn. It came naturally. You know, Roman Reigns, he didn't need to do a...
I'm getting tired of y'all calling this a face turn. I would say this is a tweener turn. I would say he's just becoming a tweener now. We don't really know Roman Reigns' intentions right now. Right now, I feel like he's just beating the shit out of Solo because he's disrespecting his tribal chief status. He disrespected Paul Heyman. He disrespected Jimmy. He disrespected him. I think he's just attacking him because of the tribal chief thing. But after that, I feel like he's a tweener. I feel like he'll go back to being a fucking heel again. Which I actually prefer him. I still prefer him to be a heel. But a tweener is just as good. So let's stop with the, oh, this is a face turn. No, we don't know his intentions, truly. Yes, he speared Solo Sikoa, but we don't know his real intentions right now. Because after he beats the shit out of Solo Sikoa, then what? Cody. he's gonna go beat the shit out of Cody. Trust and believe, he's gonna beat the shit out of Cody. After the Civil War of the Bloodline happens, he's going back after Cody. He gonna run that shit back. He gonna run the block. He gonna spin the block on Cody. And trust me, he gonna beat the dog shit out of Cody.
Straight up face turn. All he had to do was disappear, have people talk bad about him, and just return and knock them down. That's what happened here. It is interesting for a bunch of reasons. First of all, let's talk about the match. He drops him with the bloodline. He drops him. I called it the bloodline. He drops him. Cody looks on in disbelief, hits the crossroads, retains the title here, and Roman gives him that nod of respect, like, hey, you're the man now. This is very interesting because SmackDown's been pretty dried out. They've been a little too reliant on certain things, and with Roman Reigns, it helps a lot. The Bloodline story is going to accelerate. They might reunite the old Bloodline, perhaps, but that's going to take some time, obviously. They can't just have him reunite with Jey Uso and Jimmy like nothing happened, or even Sami Zayn later on. Who knows? They can't just do that. It also means the possibility of Roman and Cody being under the same roof as faces. And, of course, number 3, a potential match between these two. Now, straight up, I'm going to say, a match between these two is what I want. When it happens, whenever it happens, I don't care. I don't have a problem whenever it happens. It might happen in January. It might happen on the first Raw on Netflix. It might happen at WrestleMania 43 or whatever. I don't care. When this match happens, I will be seated for it, and I will watch it. I will be very into the whole action because these two have amazing chemistry together, and coupled with the potential of Roman Reigns wrestling a different style as a face, why the hell wouldn't I want to be interested in this match? Just think about it. That's going to be big when it happens. I don't know when it's going to happen. It could happen 5 months from now. It could happen a year from now. I don't know. But all of this is going to lead to something big. Roman's return is going to lead to something big, and perhaps even the return of The Rock later on to feud with Cody Rhodes, maybe.
Yeah, that's the big question mark right there, is The Rock. Where is The Rock standing in this? Is The Rock the one behind the scenes that gave Solo Sikoa the power to dismantle the bloodline and rebuild it the way how he wants it? Or is he still on the side of Roman and he still honors the family? Because Roman is technically still the tribal chief after beating the shit out of Solo, but we will see though. But I still say that Roman is still a tweener. I say Roman is a tweener right now. He's not a face, he's not a heel, he's just a tweener. In my eyes.
Roman himself, we'll see. But yeah, this was big return. It actually saved the match. You know, I didn't like the match that much. It was actually one of the most forgettable matches on the show. I didn't care for it that much. Other than that, Roman's back, so that should add a lot to SmackDown, and I'm very interested to see where it goes. Okay. All right, that's SummerSlam. This event was actually good, you know. SummerSlam was good. I'm not going to lie, you guys. It was very predictable, but it was a good show. You know, predictable isn't always bad. I enjoyed it for the most part.
Shout out to Samantha Irvin for them pictures.
There's some matches here that I didn't care for that much. The main event, it wasn't that good. Match of the night, this is going to be a bit surprising for you guys, but personal opinions. Match of the night was Logan Paul and LA Knight.
Nah, I'm not even mad at you for saying that. I don't think nobody's gonna argue with you for saying that. This was legitimately the best fucking match on the card. I don't think anybody's gonna refute that. This was a fun fucking match.
I really liked LA Knight's performance here. I was very proud to see him go out working hard here. You know, he busted a lot of moves, did a lot of hard work. I enjoyed it here. It was my match of the night. So yeah. All right, what you guys think of SummerSlam? Please comment down below. And that's the first video. Make sure you hit the crossroads on the like button and perhaps the Superman punch on the subscribe button. Peace. I'm out.
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.